I quit porn faster than literally everyone else on the internet. Everyone you know, I quit faster than them. I quit at 19 after a 6-year addiction. I've been watching it since I was 13, quit at 19. Now, what is the main reason most people never quit? The reason you can't quit, the reason it took me so much longer than it should have, the one mistake that everyone makes is getting onto NoFap. If you don't know what NoFap is, I'll quickly explain. NoFap is the most popular porn quitting method whereby you just quit porn cold turkey. So let's imagine you're doing it twice a day, you get onto NoFap, and then you go to zero. You never watch it ever again. Okay, no more porn for you ever. And on paper, it sounds great, just don't watch porn and you'll quit. Well, if that advice worked, you'd have done it by now. You're still addicted. When I tried NoFap over 100 times. Why didn't it work? Oh, just don't watch it. Great advice. It doesn't work. Why? Because you get 1, 2, 3 days in maybe, when your motivation's there, you're finally going to quit this time after 100 attempts of the same thing. And then eventually your brain just catches up, back up to reality. You get sad, you realise, oh, I'm never watching porn again. I've not watched it in days. I can't do that, I'm still addicted. Your brain realises, why is he not watching porn? Is something wrong? Flood this guy's brain full of thoughts about porn until he relapses, alright? That's why you last 2 or 3 days. When the motivation dies, the past 2 days catch up, the urges are sky high on that day. Your brain understands something's wrong. We're not watching porn. We've watched it every day for years. Why are we suddenly just not watching it? The same way if you just stopped eating food, your brain would be thinking, what's going on? It wouldn't think, oh, he's trying to lose weight. It's all right, guys. No, it'd be thinking, we're starving. Same with this. Why are you just stopping watching porn when you've been addicted for years? That's what your brain's thinking. So it's going to make sure you relapse that day because it thinks something's badly wrong. And if you relapse, then you're just telling your brain, everything's fine, brain. That's why you can't get past 3 or 4 days on NoFap. It doesn't work. So that brings me to my first point. Get off NoFap if you want to get ahead of everyone else. So what do? Get onto my system called LessFap. Now you probably know where this is going. If you watched porn 10 times last week, do you know what I want you to do this week? Watch it 8 times or 9 times, okay? Because 8 to 9 is less than 10, okay? We're not going to 0 because we're not ready for that. We've just been over that, okay? Stop rushing. Do it 8 times, then 6 times, then 5 times, then 3 times. Just keep going down. And you'll go from doing it twice a day to once a week in the space of, what, a month, 2 months, okay? Even if you fail some weeks, that's fine. Just understand you're on a great path, forgive yourself and move on, right? If you stay on NoFap, the same 2 months are going to pass, but you know what's going to happen? Your addiction, it not only will not cure, it will get worse because it just does on NoFap. Because you get 3 days in, then you relapse because you're not ready for it, and you feel shit because you failed your goal, you failed, so you relapse again. You figure, oh, I'm on day 0 of NoFap, I've already failed twice, I'll do it again and again and again. I'll do it 6 times today, why not? And I'll start again tomorrow, okay? And the addiction gets worse, so NoFap does not help. Get onto LessFap. Stop trying to rush and quit in 2 weeks. There's no pressure to quit, okay? Because you've had this addiction for years. Putting pressure on yourself to quit in 2 weeks is stupid. Imagine you've been fat your whole life and you decide, right, in less than a month, I'm going to get a 6-pack. What do you mean? No, you're not, right? You don't deserve that. That's fine. Just don't put pressure on yourself to do that. There's no rush. Take your time. And before you know it, you've quit. And you're doing it on LessFap, where you can still watch porn. You're making progress towards quitting finally, which feels great. And you're getting benefits each week, okay? Because the less you watch porn, the more benefits you get, right? You'll be less anxious each week. You'll be more confident. You'll have more testosterone. You want to speak to girls. You want to do all these things by week 1, week 2, week 3, and it'll keep ramping itself up, okay? That is the best way to quit porn. Now, another tip I'll give you, because why not? When you're watching porn, each week, just watch less extreme videos, okay? Because I know it's stuff you watch, okay? Because I did the same thing. When you first start out, you can just look at a picture and it's enough, right? But after that, it gets boring. After years of doing it, you need the most stimulating, hardcore stuff you can find, okay? And those videos are the most damaging to watch. Those videos mess up your brain. It messes up your dopamine. It just makes you like aggressive and weird. It's just not good videos to watch. Imagine watching one of them hardcore videos and then going out and speaking to people. You just be weird. You have this weird energy that people can sense and they won't want to speak to you, talk to you, do anything with you, okay? So don't just go from that to a picture, okay? But just ramp it down, just like LessFap. So this week you're watching a 10 out of 10 extreme video. Next week, make sure it's a 9 out of 10. Then 7 out. Just keep going down like that. And then within a month, you're watching porn once a week and you're also watching, lesbians or just more tame porn as opposed to the hardcore stuff which damages your brain badly, right? So don't go straight into it, just reduce it. Whilst you're reducing how much you're watching it, reduce the hardcoreness of the videos you're watching because they damage your brain the most. Now, there's no pressure, but the link below is my porn quitting course. If you want to quit faster, it's cheap, and you want to support me, it's there if you're interested. Now, why do you want to quit porn? Other than getting girls, confidence, not hating yourself, all these great things, okay? But when I found out this reason, it scared me, and I was like, right, I need to quit because this is bad. If you keep watching porn, you're going to turn into a cuck, a C-U-C-K. Now, a cuck is when a man enjoys watching his wife, his partner, his woman, be sexual with another man, okay? I don't like saying this, but it's just the truth, okay? You can look it up if you don't believe me. That is it's a mental condition, whatever, right? It's the truth. If you've ever been to a hotel, there's always a chair in the corner and it's facing the bed. Like, it's weird. The cook sits in the chair while his wife and another man, a random dude, is in the bed with her and he's watching and enjoying it. And you're probably thinking, why are you telling me this? The more you watch porn, the more likely you are to be a cook. Why? Well, what is porn? It's you in the corner jacking off like a loser to the girl in a screen who has no idea who you are, who you want to be with, who you find hot, whatever, with another man. You're effectively saying to your brain, I'm not good enough, okay? I'm not good enough for her. Of course not. Look at her. Wow, she's great. He could have her though. But is it okay if I watch because I'm a loser? That's what you're telling your brain. Back in the primal days, in the villages and whatever, there was always the alpha male. It's cringe, but there was always the alpha male who got all the women because he was powerful or whatever. And then the beta males who could not get the girls watched in the corner and jacked off, okay? Now, obviously, it's not like that in real life, but you're doing it through a screen, so it's pretty much the same, okay? And then you convince your mind that you enjoy it, okay? Because you know you'll never be able to join in because your self-esteem's down here. So you convince yourself, oh, I kind of enjoy watching anyway. I don't even want to be involved anyway. Oh, he can have her. And then that's going to come through in your real life. When you finally get a wife, if you do, you'll be thinking you don't even deserve to be with her. Even though she's agreed to marry you, your girlfriend, whatever, you don't think you deserve to be with her. You deserve to watch, okay? And watch someone else be with her. It messes up your mind. Long story short, it messes and corrupts your mind, okay? So just remember, each time you watch porn, the closer you are to waking up and becoming a cook. At that point, is it too late for you? I don't know. Thank God I didn't reach that point. And I hope you do never reach that point. That may happen for you in 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, whenever. But I want this always in your back of your mind. Those days when, you know, you could resist it. You could not watch it 5 times in a row. But, you know, you want to. Just remember that. And hopefully it will prevent you from doing that. Just to recap, get off NoFap, stop rushing. Get onto less fap, okay? Because the less you rush, the more results you get. Just watch it less and less each week. Besides that, watch more tame videos, not hardcore stuff, because the more hardcore it will be, the more likely it will turn you into a cook. And finally, don't be a cook. Simple as that. Subscribe if this helped in any way, and goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.